everybody. Very happy today to be here joined by Tina Patel, who is the co-founder of Form Architects. They are an architect and creative designer specializing in commercial projects based in West London. And of course, they are also members of Trusted Land. Thanks for joining me, Tina.
Hi, Juliana. How are you?
Good, thanks. We've had a little brainstorm with Tina earlier on, and we just wanted to tackle a few questions that very often she receives from her SME development clients. So let's just get started with the first one. Where can you add value relative to the end project, and what sets you apart?
So I think critically, and I think people, especially in the SME developer market, they try and chop out the architect as early and as quickly as possible, thinking that, they're racking up a bill with professional consultants. And our view is actually, if you use us for the whole duration of the project, we're likely to save you money and time in the long run. And far too often developers think, I've got planning, I can get a technical person to get me building regulations, and then everything will just fall into place. And then suddenly they've started on site without the right stuff in place. And using sort of an architect through the whole thing, start to finish, will help you coordinate everything rather than you do it all yourself or thinking you're doing this bit yourself and that bit yourself, and see it all the way through to the end, and knowing that, everything's been costed for at the beginning. Yes, it takes time, and yes, there is a cost, but it will save you on finance costs and borrowing costs through the build, which only go far higher than our fees would be relative to the delays that can cause.
Amazing. And just to close up on the second part, what's the main thing, if you had to pick one, that sets Formed Architects apart?
Primarily, I think it's that process that we work with a lot of inexperienced SME developers, and we take the time to go through the hand-holding process, if you like.
Okay.
Very much spending the time explaining that and making sure that people understand what they're committing to. And quite often, people are driven by their own agendas. Ultimately, the end product isn't for me, it's for you as the developer or the homeowner or whoever it might be that's going to use it in the end. So we design it with that person in mind, looking at your goals the whole way through to make sure we get you from A to Z.
Amazing. Thanks, Tina. Much appreciated.
No worries.